What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we got a little bit different scenery. We're gonna chase whatever bites below the Guntersville Dam. Obviously we're targeting bass, but you know, whether it's gonna be largemouth, smallmouth, or spotted bass, I don't really know. Every time I come up here, it's something different. I don't really fish up here a ton, but we got Luke with us. He didn't sleep in this morning. You know, he's pretty familiar with this area, so he's probably gonna do a little bit of guiding for me. We just had a tornado come through yesterday, a ton of rain, so this current's gonna be ripping down the river. I think it's gonna set up for a good day. I just worked off night shift this morning, so running off no sleep yet again, like in my last two videos, but we're gonna tough through it, hopefully fish for about 4 or 5 hours, and hopefully have some big fish to show for it at the end. What you thinking, Luke?
Just glad it's not 20 degrees.
It is. I forgot to mention, it's abnormally warm. It is almost January and it's like 54 degrees this morning, so at least we're gonna enjoy the ride up to the dam. The dam is right there and it looks like they're spilling a couple gates, so gonna be a bunch of current, so that's what you want.
I mean, I'd prefer more.
Well, we're gonna start out throwing swim baits, A-rig, maybe jerk bait. This water, there's a bunch of patches where it's real dingy, so when these it's cleared up right here, so jerk bait probably coming into play, maybe scoping with a jig head minnow or something. But gonna bounce around a couple spots up here and then make our way up to the dam.
What?
3/8, too small out here.
Did you use a 3/8 quarter or half? What about?
No.
There?
No, that's interference.
But it's off now.
Yeah, it's only when I hit the gas. That go.
3/8, that's like 25. Catching straps, but they're on this into their rigs. Yeah, they didn't move, but since that tornado, the first and second place went to Elk River and below. I don't know where anybody else is.
All right, let's go up to the dam.
It'll be hard to do unless the pressure gets to it.
Take it.
It's like right here.
Alright.
Great. If we can't catch nothing, you can get out there in the current and catch lot bass if we have to.
Sure.
Give this probably back.
There's one.
Bass or what?
I don't know.
Like a bass.
I think it's a pretty decent one.
Oh yeah.
It's a fat spot.
Dang.
That is a fat spot, guys. First fish of the morning. Let's go.
You wanna weigh it?
Nah, it's a fat spot, at least 2.5 pounds. Hit on the swim bait. First good cast in that current series. See if we can get a couple more. There's a ton of water up here. Definitely not the most I've ever seen, but it's a good bit. I'm gonna try to fight this current. I think it might be a little too much current up here for what we're trying to do, but we shall see. So pretty much fishing up here, not just this dam, but any dam in particular, you know, these spillways are going to change depending on the weather conditions. You know, if it's been raining a lot, they're going to have more spillways. They're going to be spilling water, of course, and you know, winter time, there's naturally more rain, so you're gonna have more spillways in the colder months. But pretty much you're just trying to figure out where the current seams are, and these fish are gonna be like either out in the current, you're gonna catch them drifting doing that, or you can sit on the slack water on these current eddies and stuff and kind of catch them pulling out, you know, kind of resting is what I like to say they're doing, is pulling up, getting out of the current, resting, maybe ambushing those shad and bait fish that's getting out of the current, or getting pushed into these eddies. So yeah, every day is going to be different depending on how the water is flowing. You know, they got generators over there and then the spillway, but I just like to pay attention to how many generators they're running and how many spillways, and that'll let me know how I want to set up on these fish. All right guys, this current seam's not working. We're gonna go check out this wing wall up here by the generators, and there's a spillway open right beside it too, so I think it's gonna be a good spot. It ain't looking too hot right now, is it?
It's not. One bass. I bet we catch a white bass.
No, it's wanting to suck us in. I'm gonna try to sit us right here. I don't think it's gonna work. A bunch of water coming out. It's trying to suck us in. Not the safest place to fish, but bass live here most of the time. If you can keep your bait unhung and keep it on the bottom long enough. There's one. Oh, missed them. Dang. Yeah, there they are. There's 3 of them.
Where at?
Gosh, man. Are they not bass?
You think they're not bass?
I don't know. I'm about to find out what they are.
Looks like a pretty good one.
Oh crap, yeah, he's bigger than I thought. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Get him. He's bigger than I thought he was. Yeah, it's fighting that fish, guys. I thought he was like a 2-pounder. He got to the boat and jumped. This joker's fat on that tight line jig. Little 3/8 ounce. All right guys, beautiful largemouth. There's too much current out there to the seams that we like to fish, so we pushed out here closer to the bank and seen some on the scope, had a couple bites on the jig, they missed it. Was kind of thinking they weren't bass, and then pitched this one right there, and man, he dumped it. Go.
Yeah, you tried to boat flip and got about halfway out of the water.
And realized that he was not small.
Thought that rod was about to snap.
Uh-oh. Luke's hooked up.
I don't think Luke has a bass. Oh, it is.
Oh, that's a big one. God. That's a good one, dude.
Watch it, Randy.
That is a good one. That thing is not healthy at all. It's like a 6-pound frame, probably 4.5, 5 pounds. Looks like we figured something out, boys. Scales dead. I'm gonna say 5-pounder. This is not a healthy fish. But heck yeah, man.
I mean, it would have been healthy on the tournament scales. Yeah, it was the day after I sold my Triton.
I just needed it gone.
Take the money as soon as I can get it.
Oh, dadgum. That can't be a bass. That cannot be a bass. Meow. Meow. Oh, drummage. Major drummage. Nah, I got it. Major drummage. Come here. I thought it was a meow. No meow. Just a snare drum. I mean, you can if you want to. You can come up here and run it. I need to change my trailer. Too much trash.
You can still catch.
Yeah.
Why do you?
There's a bunch on the bottom right here that look like whites. I got one. There it is. Oh, yeah, little dude. There is a freaking wad of them. Well, guys, we've been moving around this little, I don't know what you want to call it. It's a part of the dam, but or close to the lock, but there's not current in here, and there's a bunch of fish hanging around. They're not really acting like bass. I had one chase my jerkbait up and came off at the boat, but it was looked like a spotted bass, but it's not really looking too hot up here, so I think we're gonna move on down the lake and try to find some fish on some bluffs and stuff like that. Probably got about an hour or so to fish. Let's see if we can straggle up a couple more bass.
I think he has a motor on it.
Dude, he does.
Like a,
Look at that.
gotta be a cold swim and big balls.
That's crazy.
Dude, no way would I do that.
Oh, that's crazy. Crossroads.
Crossroads, yeah. I know some of them. Might just be too muddy for shad baits. Might be fairly big.
They're moving unless that's your A-rig. I think that's your A-rig. Got him. Little whitey. Little whitey on the A-rig. This is what we've resorted to. Bass fishing's a no-go. We're gonna catch some white bass, boys. Well, guys, we're gonna call it a day. It's noon. Fishing started out pretty decent. We caught some good ones. The current really wasn't doing exactly what we thought it was. The seams were kind of hard to find. They were all like intertwining with each other the way that they had the spillways open and the generators running. But we ended up finding some good ones up there. We didn't catch many. Missed a good bit. We ended up running down, which was a mistake. We haven't got on any bass. You know, we caught some white bass and trash fish, but we definitely should have stayed up there, so we made some mistakes. But no, not too bad for the first time me being up here on this end of the lake in a while. I don't really have a ton of experience doing it, but I love current and I love that style of fishing, so it really sets up to my strengths. We just didn't really have a ton of time to break down these areas because Luke hasn't been fishing much. They just had a baby, so he hasn't been fishing much. I haven't been up on this end. So yeah, it is what it is. Wasn't spectacular. it was definitely fun catching those couple that we did catch. You know, they were good ones. Luke caught that one that was every bit of 5. It was like a 6-pound frame, but just super unhealthy. But overall, we had fun. So guys, I appreciate you watching today, especially if you've watched this far into the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. We'll see you on the next one.